in the ledge deck. Letter A says American Psychology Association, American Psychiatry, American Academy, American Medical, American Counseling, American Academy, Adolescent Psychiatry, American School, the National Association of Social Workers, and then it says and other mental health and medical organizations in the United States.
I am stuck.
The reason that this is that this has to be part of the bill is because the rest of the world has already come to the conclusion that this is dangerous. And it's interesting that these are almost all mental health organizations in the United States. The rest of the world has already realized that this is a mental illness, that this is dangerous, that any of these therapies are dangerous, and now the Supreme Court has also ruled that this is not okay. It's against First Amendment right. If this was truly monumentally attacking children, that we would not be able to have the conversion therapy, then this wouldn't be included in all of this mental illness issues. This is a mental illness issue, and we need to be able to have counselors, psychiatrists, psychologists to be able to say this in very good form without having to be worried about being sued 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years later. The rest of the world, the Cass report, everything else, the rest of the world has said, we went there, we've done this is bad, stop doing it. And many countries have made any kind of transgender therapy, surgeries, any of that stuff illegal. Now in America, we know best. We usually arrive here a little bit after Europe, but we now are saying, no, wait, we've got it fixed. We know the best way to accomplish this. It's still mental illness. We're still destroying kids. We're still harming people, harming families, taking parental authority away. But we know best. We're going to do this best. And it's interesting that we are acknowledging that this is a mental health issue. We're acknowledging it. All of the people that are at the beginning of this bill are in the mental health arena. We're acknowledging this is a mental illness, but we're still doubling down and saying, but that's okay because my ideology trumps children. My ideology trumps health, mental health, any of these things, and we will continue to pile on in the enabling of mental illness, and then now we're going to sue the actual therapist for this. It's not like somebody wakes up out of a coma and they find themselves in a counselor's office, and then the counselor says, "Hey, I'd like to talk about gender issues."
I don't want to miss
that person walked in there because they want this help. This is the whole issue with the transgender ideology. Is you got people that are hungering for truth. They're needing health in their life. They have not been provided that health through either parents or teachers or counselors. They have been enabled. They weren't told no. Nobody ever sat down with them and said, we can find a path to peace for you. We can find a path to purpose for you. Instead, they take whatever is being presented by somebody that has never been healthily engaged within this conversation, and they continue to enable the negative direction. So then what happens is after they've gone down this road, and we've heard from many detransitioners. It's always interesting to me that if you want to transition, there's all kinds of financial help, there's all kinds of counseling help, there's all kinds of teacher, counselor, therapist help. But the moment you say, hey, maybe I've made a mistake, maybe I need to detransition, you are cast out, no money, no help, no counseling, nothing. It is a barren wasteland if you want to detransition. In fact, it's worse than that. You will now be attacked by the entire community for this. You will be bullied, you will be pushed around, and we have testimony after testimony after testimony. So what we're going to do now is when they finally realize, hey, this is an empty place. It provided no peace. In fact, the suicide rate goes up 19 times. This is an empty place, no purpose, no direction, no actual help in my soul, in my spirit, in my mind, in my emotions. When they finally realize that and come to the conclusion, because nobody responsible in their life was telling them this for years potentially. When they finally arrive at the realization that they need help, and the help is deeper than saying, I'm a girl or I'm a boy. The help has a lot of layers to it. And when they finally realize they need the help, so they go to a counselor to try to help with, how do I get out of this trap that was laid for me by adults that were supposed to be in favor of helping them and actually turned out to be predators. I didn't get the help from family. I didn't get the help from teachers, counselors. When they finally go to a counselor that says, I can help you out of this. This is a pit that you might not even have dug. In fact, most people didn't dig their own pit here. It was dug by others because of the ideology, because of all of the darkness that comes along with this. And when they finally have somebody that'll help them, we're trying to make it possible to sue them. We're making it possible to destroy the lives of the people that are actually trying to help. Not all this community that's been destroying them for years. But when they actually try to get to the help, after they've tried the false promises, after they've tried all of the stuff that continues to destroy them and continues to spiral them into depression, continues to hurt them and harm them to the point where suicide rates go off the charts. When we finally find somebody that will help them, when we finally find somebody, let's sue them into oblivion. It doesn't matter how long. We will make sure that we will continue to attack the good guys. We will attack truth. We will attack mental health. We will attack the people that are trying to do the best they can to help someone. This bill is horrible.
Oh, then